right now, I forgot, I never done a review on this 18 gauge brad nailer. And let's see that. Okay. And, it's from Mastercraft. Crappy tire, as we call it here in Canada. But it's probably the same thing at Arbor Freight. Like most of these tools at Canadian Tire and so on, you can get them the same as with Harbor Freight. Probably the same quality, not sure, but most of Mastercraft, they're getting better over the years, but it's for the most part it's a throwaway tool, really. But there is some that you really get your money's worth, and this is one of them. It came in a kit of 3. There was a palm nailer, 18 gauge, and a 16 gauge. I do have the framing nailer as well. That one I haven't gotten a whole lot of use, so I wouldn't do a review on that right now. But this one here, this one has. And as you can see, a box like that is 5,000, is it? Yeah, 5,000 nails in the box. And, that's what they look like. Comes in little strips. And that's the 3rd box. Not for just project. I've had it for quite a few years, this model here. And that's the 3rd box. So 15,000, well, it's only half. So, I mean, let's just say 10,000 nails, which is a lot. And not once did it jam. And I mean that. Not once did it jam. If it's jammed, you just push that down. It's toolless jam design. And you take it nail out. But once you get it set to the depth, you have to, for the most part, you'll have to adjust your compressor to get the proper depth. The little turn screw here, it's okay, but it's not very accurate. You'll go from way too much countersink to, up above the board, right? Kind of deal. But in combination with that and the compressor, you can get it dialed in to exactly what you want, right? But so I just wanted to do a quick review. I've had it quite a few years now. I'm not sure how much I paid for it, but as you can see, I even got the reciprocating saw, or not reciprocating saw, the oscillating saw. That thing have went through its paces, believe me. That thing is really, really worth its money for what I spent. It was on sale. So that's one. That's another tool, actually. I guess this is a 2 for 1 deal, but that's another tool that I would recommend. It's since we're talking about it here, I forget what I paid for it. It's a simple tool. It's not the most expensive by no means. Got the little dial here. I find it's very good. Lots of power. The battery don't work. You can't get that long out of a battery. I mean, constant use, maybe 15 minutes. I've never timed it, but I'm just guessing. About 15 minutes, if that, with constant use. But it is, it is a really good tool. Like I say, it's 2 for 1. 2 tools for 1 review, I guess. But definitely worth the money. Definitely worth the money. Like I say, minimum of 10,000 nails, not one jam, not one problem. The trigger is still good. Yeah, I mean, you just put in a couple drops of oil when you want to use it, and it's fine. So it does take. Right now, I'm using 1 1/4 inch, and so it takes up to 2 inch, 5/8 to 2 inch. So it does a pretty good job. So if you're ever in a jam and you wonder, you know, should I buy a, unless you're a professional, but if you're just a typical DIY and you're wondering, should I go for the DeWalt or should I just pick this up since I'm not going to be using it all the time? With my experience, it's definitely worth the money. You'll pay twice as much or more for a DeWalt, you know. So, yeah. Thanks.